Boom, boom,
All
boom,
right.
boom. We are live, friends. Welcome, guys. Welcome to all. We are really excited to be joined by Luis and Les. How you guys doing? I'm really excited to be here with you guys. How you doing, Les?
Doing great. How are you?
All good, man. Excited to have you in because there's a lot of the movieverse. There's a
Glad to
lot of
be
stuff
here.
going on. And how about you, Luis?
Long time no see. Finally, we're able to do a podcast. It's been a long time due, but here we are, buddy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for all of you guys tuning in. We're gonna share this. We're excited to talk about first Mortal Kombat. Yes, Mortal Kombat. I want to ask you guys a question. Do you guys remember the first time you guys saw the obviously
Oh heck
the,
yes! I
the
was
first
uh, I was
movie?
uh, a small theater back in my hometown in Guamo, and before it got torn down and not being used. But yeah, it was pretty awesome that first time, and then obviously I got into the games, and from there, I think is the in my opinion the best fighting franchise there is. I think it's the one that started it all in terms of violence and everything like that, especially arcade wise. So really, yeah,
Sure.
it's fun memories about Mortal Kombat, especially the first one.
How about you,
I
Les?
Yeah, I actually saw the movie a little bit later. And then after I saw the movie, I got really into the game. So that's when I started to kind of become a big gamer. And yeah, Mortal Kombat is. I agree. I think it's the pinnacle fighting game. And yeah, one of my favorite video game franchises. So I'm really excited to watch the new movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so far, there's many good reviews for the early screeners. It's being reported that Rotten Tomatoes is like having a good score. Of course, we don't expect Scorsese movie or like a Steven Spielberg movie. It's a fun action, fighting violence. Of course, gamers gonna love this movie. All of us, that's like you, like Luis and Les and me, growing up watching. For me, was my Marvel thing when I went to the
Uh,
theater. Watch this movie. It was packed. It was really packed. So there was fans before like craving for that movie because
Mhm. Oh yes.
the game that the classic game that came before. So I'm really excited. April 23rd, I think it is. HBO
Friday.
Max, right?
Friday.
Friday. Thank you for that.
yeah.
Friday and HBO
I'm counting
Max
my
and on
days.
theaters.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm counting the
sir.
days on a calendar. It's like check mark, And I was disappointed that this last Friday it didn't got released. It did internationally, and like you said, Ricky, the reviews from everybody from all over the place have been really positive, and I think that this is what we wanted. At least good reviews. It is gory as it was being advertised for what have read as well, and also their storyline is based upon the last three video games, which is the new
Oh,
timeline, if you want to call it this way,
Yes, sir. That's true.
of the series. So I'm really interested and see how they want to tie in this new character that they have created just for the movies, which is basically going to be the a setup for those viewers that are not familiarized with the franchise, so they can ease them in. So I'm really excited. So I cannot wait. Get the popcorn ready.
Yes, sir.
yeah. And James Wan producing too. He's an awesome
Oh
filmmaker.
yeah,
I
James
love his
Wan is a
work.
producer.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
All
I'm
the
a big
way.
fan of his.
Of course, man.
Yeah,
Conjuring, right?
yeah.
Yeah, the
Conjuring
Conjuring series. Yes.
and Aquaman.
He did Aquaman. Yeah, that's right.
That dude, huh? Oof.
I
Get
think
him.
if he wasn't involved with the project, it wouldn't be successful in a way, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think he's the one like making sure that we're stepping stone to the right direction.
Yeah. And I, like you said, but I do love that what James Wan is doing. He's actually taking people and directors that haven't like given the opportunity to do big
Mhm.
things, and they he's helping his kind of friends out, giving and he's trusting them to do a good job. And so far, like the reviews are in, and people are excited. So let's see. We definitely gonna see. Now I want to
Do
talk
you guys have
about a
a
little.
favorite? I was just gonna ask if you guys have a favorite Mortal Kombat character.
Oh, here we go. I like it. That's it. Here we go. You want to start first, please, or me?
Sorry, I didn't catch that. I got cut off.
My bad.
Oh,
Okay. You're getting asked
I
again, Les.
yeah. Who's your favorite Mortal Kombat character?
Oh, the GOAT, Liu Kang. That's not a question.
Nice.
That's Liu Kang. Now, I'll be honest.
Uh-huh.
I'm really hectic and putting into the the wall because being Cole Young, who is the new character, the
Mhm.
protagonist, I'm really interested how they wanna what are they gonna do with the Liu Kang character? Being the Ludi Ling, he's a great actor, but he's not a renowned name, so it puts on that perspective. But for me, game wise, I'm a Liu Kang fan, like no question about it. That's my go-to guy when I play the video games. Like I feel like I'm
Nice.
stoppable when I use it. So, but he's my favorite character.
For me, it was kind of no. It's not easy because it's between Raiden and Scorpion, but Raiden
Okay,
is like not
Okay.
fair. Raiden is like the power he has and stuff like that is not kind of fair, but it's the Mortal Kombat universe, so everybody kind of have like those type of
oh
powers.
yeah,
But
oh
I
yes,
love the goriness and the like I don't know the godliness that have Scorpion, the way he is and acts. It just like the get over here phrase forever is like stay with me since a little kid.
It's iconic.
It's iconic.
it
It
is,
is.
Yeah.
it is.
You can use it for a lot of things. Not for even for like even hey like even for like a romantic. Hey, get over here.
Exactly. There you
Little
go.
day.
There you go.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way neither. Well, you can use a mat too.
Nice.
But
I
anyways,
mean, Scorpion is the favorite character of the creator of Mortal Kombat, Ed Boon. He has said it multiple
Mhm.
times. Like,
man,
and I'm so happy with the movie. They're making justice to Scorpion as well as Sub Zero. I think that they didn't utilize correctly the characters in the previous movies. So I'm really happy what they're doing with at least the not the main six because we're missing one of the original six, but at least with the characters that they brought in, they're making justice with their characters.
yes, sir.
Mhm.
Good question, Les. That
Yeah.
was caught off guard for a minute. Love it. Um, but there's more stuff coming. Um, let me go with this first. I
Nice.
know. Let me start with first with the Zack Snyder and WB situation. It kind of sucked a little bit at first. It still does, obviously, what happened to him and his daughter. I don't know if you guys know about it. What
Mhm.
happened
Oh
with
yeah,
her?
Yeah.
But I'm really happy for him. This is definitely for me his year. Justice League. I don't know if I think Leslie and Luis, you're about to see it
not yet,
eventually.
not yet. It's
Um,
killing me, but
this
soon,
one,
soon
man.
I'm gonna see it. I heard it from Ricky, like it's,
Mhm.
and even my uncle. He mentioned to me, so I'm really excited to have that opportunity to be able to sit down and watch it. But by all means, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Spoilers for me doesn't affect it. As long
I
as
mean, it's
as
kind
long
of
as
like
it's not
Superman's in it.
Avengers or
Spoiler alert.
MCU and Mortal Kombat.
I'll
That's
be
where I
honest
draw
with
the
you,
line.
Luis. If you see you saw the first Justice League, right?
Yes, I
The
did.
the
Yeah.
original whatever it was from Joss Whedon. First of all, Joss Whedon did the Avengers, so there's stuff going on off.
Let me tell
Um,
you this, since you brought it up, and it's like the way I think that he felt so uncomfortable with the situation, and he tried to comply with WB demands, because originally this is what Zack
The
Snyder
vision.
brought to us. That's the original plan of the original movie. But Warner Bros. Started cutting the budget, and no, we want this within this time frame. So there's so much that they wanted to do just because they wanted to follow MCU. And it's just like a fish. They saw the hook and they bite it, and it didn't work out. And this is why we have the Snyder, the actual Snyderverse and everything like that. So, but go ahead, Ricky. Sorry that I caught you out there.
No, no. It's exactly where I'm going with practically, because this movie is just the complete version of the Joss Whedon. He just cut a lot of people, cut a lot of scenes from the movie. It makes more sense. The cyborg arc is just levels. It gives the emotion, the heart that it needed. Obviously, there's a Flash scene that I'm gonna tell you about. I don't know if you've seen it. But that Flash scene makes Flash like one of my favorite characters from DC. Just seeing that scene for me,
Okay.
personally.
Even Steppenwolf is a little bit more fleshed out now as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can
It doesn't
actually
look too cartoonish in a way for what I have seen. And
exactly. That's the point right there. So practically, and obviously, Darkseid is not much in the first one. It's like a little cameo kind of thing. But in this one, it shows why Stephen Wolf wanna like go back to him in a way, like because he felt not betrayed him, but yes, he kind of betrayed him a little bit what he did. And the power, man, for me, Darkseid is one of the darkest villains from DC and powerful.
let me tell you this: if we have a connected universe,
Oh, here
since
you
we want
go.
to be,
Here you go.
I mean, you got to blame Les right here. He started with the
Oh
controversy.
yeah, I
Now with
like it.
Mortal
Let's bring
Kombat,
a
I got to do
trivia.
the same. I mean, if we gotta put the two baddest villains of the comic books, you got Thanos and Darkseid. I hear a lot of people with the interpretation of Zack Snyder's Darkseid. I mean, he can put up a fight, and there's a lot of arguments about he just being the you know a pure type of villain in a way that he doesn't use too much of a magic type of scenario, after the fact of the antimatter or anything
Yeah.
like that. But still, what got since you both already saw Justice League, what's your take on that? Like, who would you pick of the two big bads, Darkseid or Thanos in a way?
So that's a good question. You want to go first, Les?
I mean, personally, I like Thanos better, but I think if they were to fight, I would go with Darkseid.
See, because okay, in a way, I actually kind of felt. See, this is where I'm going with Falcon Winter Soldier later. I don't know what's going on with me in villains.
I mean, we're seeing it in your shirt, buddy. You're seeing it right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Promoting the shirt.
I don't know what's going on, but I felt like okay. I heard somebody from my friend like sometimes when you go to a park, like a Disney park, and I'm like, there's too many people here, or you go like to the I-4. I think Thanos was right. Sometimes you think about those things. I'm like, he was kind of like, but anyways, it's bad. Obviously, you don't want that
we do
happen.
a
Just do
snap.
more resources. But in a way, just because Darkseid he like uses fear. He praised fear. Like in the DC animated series, he always. I don't know if you guys seen Smallville. And the last seasons, like he uses fear and he gets more powerful. Like if you fear if you have any type of fear, he uses that against you and stuff like that. So I'm with Les in that one. I think Darkseid could win, but in a close fight. I think it's definitely a close fight.
I think Darkseid's a little bit more ruthless than
Yeah.
Thanos is.
Yeah,
And not
definitely.
only that, for what the few clips that I have seen about Justice League, he has a better motivation of why he is why he is. Coming back for an actual revenge. Being defeated for a first time and experiencing loss. So that's enhance that motivation of coming back and
Man, only if
create
Justice
havoc.
League 2 happened.
You never
But
know, buddy. You never know nowadays. Yes,
Hey, I didn't think the Snyder cut would happen, and here we are. Gotta
yes, sir.
exactly.
fight
Money,
for it.
money makes sense. For
Yeah.
some people. What are your thoughts on the Justice League Zack Snyder? My bad, Zack Snyder Justice League. Les.
I mean, I loved it. I thought it was way better than the theatrical version. The only thing with me is that because it is 4 hours, I don't know when I would watch it again. But I did enjoy it a lot more.
It is a good movie, honestly. Obviously, plan as a series if you don't want to watch it the 4 hours because between chapters.
Yeah.
At least they got released in one day and not like what Marvel is doing. That is, they just doing it bi-weekly. And I think that they're doing it, at least Marvel, the right way because it keeps us in suspense.
Bro,
it turns
that's a
it
topic.
turns heroes into villains, especially with Ricky right now.
That's
with the shirt
that's a
and
topic,
everything.
bro. That's a topic. That's a topic.
So
No, but you're saying about they're releasing the whole thing, the bench shit. That's a thing that HBO should do on regards. I think they do. I think Netflix doesn't. That's where I'm going. My bad. Netflix doesn't do the just because I will put an example like Stranger Things. If they do that with Stranger Things, it'll be much better for them. But I don't think they're doing that anytime soon. But Disney Plus, they're doing it right. You're right, Luis. That's the way to do it. Because
yes,
there's a lot of YouTube channels, a lot of videos like us doing reviews, and emotional, like excited, rooting for the good guys, like John Walker, really excited to do his job he's doing for the patriotic government and everything. Of course, anyways.
And now we get to hear that glorious Marvel.
We're gonna have time.
So of course, my bad. We got the Army of the Dead coming to Netflix. I think it's May 13. I don't know if you guys saw the trailer. It looks really fun. It scares me because these zombies actually some of them are organized and faster. So that's fun. Of course, you got soldiers going. I think it's for 200 millions. They're chasing something. So we're gonna see this funny plot of. It looks definitely like a Zack Snyder movie. What are your thoughts, guys?
I actually just saw the trailer, like right before we started recording, because I hadn't watched it, and it looks like a lot of fun. I will admit, I'm not a big zombie guy, but I'm excited for it.
I mean, it looks way better for past zombie themed type of movies. So I'm really excited. Everything so far that Zack Snyder has produced and brought us to the screen is been gold in a way, with Watchmen and now his version of Justice League. I mean, he knows what he's doing if he gets the right tool. So Dave Bautista, I believe he's also in the movie. If I'm not mistaken, right? So interesting to see him outside his realm of being dragged.
He looks like the lead, the lead actor in that movie.
So let's see what if he turns out to be a nice type of actor where he can take this some sort of franchises and build them up in a way.
Yes, sir. So this movie actually, I think it's because there's a lot of Netflix shows coming on May 13. There's a trailer coming from the season of Ozark. I don't know if you guys have seen that. But that's another series that it looks like Breaking Bad, but they're saying a lot better. So that's another thing coming that show up on my website. So we're gonna move on to one of many people's favorite franchise, especially Universal, because it's made them money. I don't know if you guys saw this long. It was really a long trailer. It was fun, but it was a long trailer. It was
just like the franchise.
your favorite?
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind, but we're 9 movies in, and the story keeps rolling and rolling and rolling. So
Man, Toretto just became mechanic to agent to I don't know, maybe a superhero eventually. I don't know what's gonna happen in the series. What are you, did you guys saw a trailer?
Oh yeah.
What
yes,
are you guys?
yeah.
Do you guys? What are your thoughts? Toretto dying 5 or 6 times in that trailer.
You gotta top it off in some way, shape, or form in a way. So
I think
it's
they're going to space. I swear. I think I saw them going to space for a minute. I don't know. I saw
What's bound to happen?
hey, there's a thing. The director was like having fun, but I'm like, hey, it's not that far fetched about combining Jurassic World and Fast and the Furious somehow.
that's probably
Um,
the 10th movie. Going back in time or something like that.
Something is gonna happen. They're gonna go back or whatever and meet up with. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's crazy, but hey, it's Universal, so it's the same company. They can do whatever they want
Yeah.
with the properties, basically.
What
but there's a lot
before
of
we move,
Definitely.
it's so surprising. I was just when I was moving and everything like that from the old house to where I'm at right now, I have my DVD collection just right now next to me, and it's so amazing how this franchise started, but just racing cars and trying to make your living by robbing trucks and for parts for your car, to where we at right now. It's day and night, and it's like how we came from, or how did we go from robbing just trucks in a Honda Civic to going basically into space. What we're gonna watch right now. Like, how did that happen? So I'm really amazed of that storyline and that story itself. So it's so amazing.
Yeah,
It's
the
like
final
series almost.
What are you like? Just because Les got me into this, because Les brings that type of vibe here. What is your favorite Fast and the Furious movie so far for you guys?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? I lost you for a second.
Oh, your favorite movie from the Fast and the Furious franchise. Your favorite Fast and the Furious. Yeah.
You make him think. Look at that.
Drift, actually.
A lot of people like that movie. A lot of people do.
Yeah, I do like that movie. Now that I think about it,
and Hans is coming back. And but for me personally, I'm gonna say that I think it's what's the first one that Dwayne The Rock Johnson pops up?
Oh,
that I just like
Fast Five.
Fast Five. I think for me, Fast Five is the movie that obviously the one is unique just because it is what it is. But 5 is the one that got me into watching it again. Honestly,
yeah, me too. I agree with Les. I like the uniqueness of Tokyo Drift and what they did, introducing a whole different element of the racing world. But I think Fast Five for a vast majority will be the favorite, just because it was so interesting, so unique in a way, and it's special. So.
I think that's kind of Fast 5 is when it started kind of going into the direction it is now, basically.
Yeah, Mission Impossible. Yep.
Yeah.
They did. Before we move on from this, because we're gonna go to Marvel. Just I know we didn't talk about the Suicide Squad trailer. It looks really fun. The new James Gunn Suicide Squad. I don't know if you guys saw a trailer or not, but it looks definitely so much fun. John Cena's in it. Idris Elba in it. A lot of great actors in that movie. Cannot wait to see it. Looks fun.
Margot Robbie's my queen.
Hey, man,
Harley
put me in
Quinn.
that. Put me in that list.
And don't forget, Sylvester Stallone is voicing King Shark
Yes, sir. That's
in the
true.
movie as well. So it's really interesting, and it was a red band trailer. So I was really surprised about that. You know, I didn't think that the movie was gonna be like a red band trailer. So I wouldn't be surprised if it becomes like an R-rated movie, unless they already mentioned it that it was gonna be. But like you said, it's really interesting how they're gonna tie it up, because they have said that it's not a direct sequel, but they're gonna connect,
Yeah.
Suicide Squad with the Suicide Squad. So let's see what happens.
Let's go on to the Marvel show. Let me before we start doing this, I want to like to start with Kevin Feige, their Lord, and he's a beast in Disney right now. That guy, I'm telling you, he knows his stuff. Like no other person knows his business. Hopefully, DC or Star Wars gets Kevin Feige. I think they're doing it well with Mandalorian already, so they're going in a well route right now. So we're gonna see what happens with that. But before we start Falcon Winter Soldier, I didn't hear less thoughts on WandaVision. You did? Because I know Luis and we did talk on WandaVision. We enjoyed it and loved it. What are your thoughts on WandaVision first?
No, I loved WandaVision. It was just so kind of unique, especially compared to like the rest of the Marvel lineup. And I had so much fun kind of texting you and like my cousins and like theorizing on different things. So I loved WandaVision a lot.
All the failed theories that we had.
All the failed theories.
Everybody was all over the place, including me. Like we were like so off guard or off what we were thinking in a way.
Man, I think they're gonna bring Mephisto one way or another. Honestly, I think the people are like let's just do it, whatever, just do it, man. Because if not, people are gonna keep saying it everywhere. But every bad thing is a Mephisto thing, so it's like saying, "Oh, there's of course, it makes sense." And by the way, Quicksilver for me, that is Quicksilver. I'm still in that boat. He's gonna show up. I'm sorry, he's gonna be Quicksilver. I still believe on that, no matter what. So, I that's my thoughts on that, and I'm gonna close that book. Honestly, let's see what they do on that. You guys saw the Black Widow trailer, the last one?
No, I have not. I have not seen it yet.
So,
matter of fact, I'm probably gonna sit down and get caught up with a couple of trailers. That
on the Black Widow trailer, it doesn't show much. It's much of the same, honestly. I just want to know who the hell is the Task Master. Do you guys have any type of theories or guess of who that guy could be? Or girl, my bad.
Exactly, because Marvel has been, accustomed to change the gender of a few characters. So, but I don't know. I'm really interested. I have a couple of, not clues or anything like that, but I don't know. We gotta wait and see. I gotta see a little bit more in detail.
You said Mephisto? Do you say Mephisto, Les?
I'm just joking around.
No, I'm like, I was like, there's a lot of theories. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of good theories around. People are saying that because I think supposedly this Falcon Winter Soldier series supposed to be before or after Black Widow because it got delayed. I don't recall because Madam Hydra from episode 5 she's in the movie, I guess, in the IMDb page. She's in the movie, so she's still in. I don't know if she's gonna be in the movie or not. I'm just saying. But we're gonna talk about that real soon. But yeah, man, let's go for it. So far, what are your thoughts on the Falcon Winter Soldier until episode 4?
I mean, I think it's great. This, especially coming after WandaVision, I think it's a lot like kind of the typical kind of Marvel, and kind of what it's kind of what I thought WandaVision was going to be, but that ended up being totally different. But okay, I mean, Captain America is my favorite of the Avengers. I loved Winter Soldier and Civil War, and so this, yeah, I'm really liking Falcon and Winter Soldier because it reminds me of my two favorite Marvel movies.
Yes, sir. How about you, Luis?
It goes with the theming of Captain America. It feels like a true continuation of the three movies in a way. I love how they started off and not giving Sam Wilson right away the mantle of Captain America. I like how they're building up that momentum. It's obvious that it's going to be inevitable that it's going to happen. It's obviously could be expected in episode 6, unless it is another fan theory in a way. But it's it's something unique about Marvel and how they create their storyline, just for everything to be cohesive and make sense in a way. So I love it so far, and especially the genre that they're in. Going from a sitcom to something like
political.
Exactly, and bringing up what I like is that Marvel right now is bringing up attention to real life society problems right now, coming from depression and grief from WandaVision to basically racial profiling and racially conversations and stuff like that. So they're paying attention to what's going on in real life and bringing it to our attention in the MCU.
Yeah, man. So I think in the first episode, for me personally, it was starting kind of slow. But like I said, I kind of expect that because I kind of know that this is the type of show. First Avenger, Winter Soldier, and Civil War, and then eventually the government or whatever is gonna. Because remember, the Shield, it's actually not the government at all. The Shield doesn't belong to the government. So I get why Bucky, my bad, Sam give back the Shield. I felt that that's why I love Sam so much in a way. I think Steve Rogers knew that the first moment he met in Winter Soldier. I think he knew that. I think he was watching him the whole time, the way he was giving therapy and helping soldiers, the way he was acting, and the whole way until now, the way he's grown up. And I know I'm jumping scenes, but the scene with Isaiah Bradley, for me, that part just capped it off with him. And then again, jumping the scene, I know we're gonna go scene if we can go scene by scene because I don't gonna remember all of it.
And you said it, Ricky. For me, the strongest or the most important line on the series so far is when Isaiah tells Sam Wilson, and I think that's where Sam Wilson changed his mind of, taking back the shield. Is when he told Isaiah tells Sam, the government or they will not allow a black Captain America. And I think that's what, for me, I don't know if that's the same for you, but at least for me, that's the most powerful line in the series, because that's where basically everything changed for Sam. He goes like, if they're not gonna allow me to, then I'm gonna do it by myself and prove them wrong. And
yeah, he decided.
It's powerful.
Yeah, he did.
The conversation is powerful.
What are your thoughts, Les? I know the overall like episode 5, because I know we're gonna try to go scene by scene when it started. But what are your thoughts on the whole episode 5?
Yeah, I think episode 5 did a great job at kind of these characters, like kind of limit the action and let's just focus on like these characters and these relationships and kind of their motivations. Like even with Bucky, like I love this scene where like they're practicing they part where they're kind of like talking about
We
have Lesh.
Sorry, he's gonna be back. Again, it's cutting out your signal, my friend.
Okay.
Let me check. I'm gonna. It's okay.
I think we got him back.
Yeah, I think it's the signal. Sometime it goes.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we do now.
Yes.
We do now.
Yes. Okay. Should I just like restate what I was saying?
Yeah. Go for it. Yes.
Go for it.
Do.
Yeah. So I think this episode did a great job at kind of developing the characters and their motivations. I think that I think that it was a great kind of like the scene that I loved personally was with Bucky and Sam. They're practicing with the shield and they were kind of talking about their individual problems and they were kind of working it out. I loved that kind of heart to heart between the two of them. I definitely think it's like a calm before the storm before we get to an explosive finale where I'm sure it's going to be crazy.
We got a comment, guys. I'll do a little shout out to Actually White. So far he has a great channel. Follow him. He's doing a lot of sports. He's doing movies. He's doing a BS in podcast. So he's doing a great job. For me personally, when he on the filler episode, yes and no, because in this episode I feel like we built up obviously more character with Sam and Bucky. We see a lot of scenes when they're building up. Obviously, I did enjoy that scene with young Captain Walker, the soldier of soldiers, trying to do the best thing. Of course, that scene with him and the senator in his little trial, for me, let's give credit to Wyatt Russell. That dude is gonna be in the MCU for a long time, man. I'm telling you guys. For me, that dude, Wyatt Russell, he's going to be in the MCU for a while. But before I move on from this scene, because I want to start with the first scene of episode 5. I don't know if you guys remind you, it looked like Civil War in a way when they're three fighting.
Yeah.
It was Bucky, Iron Man, and in Captain America, Steve Rogers. This one we have Bucky. Sam, Captain America, and
John Walker. That's what it brought me back. Civil War, right there.
That scene, for me, I will say this much: it was kind of a better fight. For me, it was a better fight. In a way, I don't know what it was. I actually enjoyed those fighting that the whole scene. Obviously, we're more connected to Tony. That's why I think more people enjoyed it. But I did enjoy this one more just because the fight was really intense. They're about to actually kill each other, like really kill each other.
Not only that, but you got to remember, John Walker is going by rage. Going through the loss of his. How he call himself Battlestar, losing a friend. So he's going on rage, and I think and it's something that you wrote down on the EnterteiNeds Studio page. It's like John Walker from the beginning was set up to fail. Filling out the shoes. If you think about it, this is only 6 months after the fact of Avengers Endgame.
Yep.
So, recently, Steve Rogers retires, passing away, as we found out in the first episode. So it's like he was set up. They never let the mantle of Captain America breathe a little bit. They just gave it a right away because we need someone to be, a role model for the people and everything like that. So he was set up from the beginning to fail and live up to that high expectation of being Captain America, or I will say being Steve Rogers, not Captain America, because we're noticing the mantle can be given to anybody, but the man Steve Rogers. I think he was set up.
Only one. I always have said it. For me, Steve Rogers. It's only Steve Rogers. there's a lot of nobody could be that. Nobody. For me, you cannot obviously be that type of person. The reason I'm
No.
actually having sympathy for John is like the same thing that I think he was set up to fail in a kind of
Mhm.
way. But again, I had to look on the perspective being a not a minority for me, being a minority as well. And what I'm trying to say when we talk about Isaiah Bradley, now that's now that level.
Mhm.
If they do a series, and I think they do, I think Disney's gonna go there. I think people are calling for it. If they do that type of series, because I think he was saying to Sam that he went to jail for what Steve Rogers did. Think about that. He
Mhm.
was thrown to jail for what Steve Rogers did. So I'm like, man, you better make that a series if people want to see that in a flashback or something. But
Now that's I think you're on the right track because I don't know if you guys remember Chris Evans is I don't know if he already signed the dotted line, but he was on the verge of re-signing with Marvel Studios on a more of a cameo type of situation. So what a good better place to start with going back in time and exploring that storyline of Isaiah Bradley and how he could have become,
and
the
help him. Nah, man, I'm like, that'll be nah, that's too much. I'll be dying over here if that happens.
hey, I'm gonna say it not now, but I'm gonna say a line, and it's gonna be like a segue for the closing points of the podcast today. But a director for a movie that is gonna be released the end of this year said to an actor when they were trying to sign him to be in the movie, he said, "Characters in this universe never die."
Exactly.
Just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind.
Exactly. Exactly.
So
Um, okay, so let's go again, scene by scene. So we see after that fight, I think something happens. I think this leads to the court. What happened to John Walker? I think he's talking to the senator, and let me see if I have exact quotes. But what are your thoughts on that scene of John Walker and the government on what he's fighting for? Let me see if I can find that.
Are you talking about that scene at the beginning of the episode?
Yeah, about the
While
court.
he's being tried for
no,
at
I
the
think it
court.
was at the middle, close to the end of the episode, if I'm not mistaken, where he's being court-martialed or trialed because of what he has done.
I think for me, I think that's the part of not part of the beginning, but I think that leads off to that. But just between because then he's talking to his wife and on to take it easy to talk to his Battlestar family Lamar's family because they needed a little counseling. They
Logan,
needed to
yeah.
talk to his family.
Mhm.
So, but okay, my thoughts on that scene. I love, like I said, I love how Wyatt Russell acted on that scene. I admit he was. I felt that he was entitled a little bit on the stuff Wednesday. I admit that a little bit. Again, there's only one Steve Rogers. Of course, there's only one Steve Rogers. But he was acting. He's following orders. He was a terrorist, killed his best friend. Obviously, it wasn't Carly, but it was the next terrorist close to him. He just got this serum on him. So that means his blood is pumping, running. Obviously, you don't, but in his mind, the whole time, the mission was terrorists. Terrorists, they're bad. He's a soldier. That's why he's going to become hopefully, the U.S. agent. But that's my thoughts on that. Anyways, but then I'm just gonna because I remember that scene. But if you guys remember another scene, but we get the scene with his wife trying to counsel him,
Mhm.
and then all of a sudden we get this lady. I don't know who she was or where she come from at all. Um, let me get this here real quick.
Rumor has it
This is a little question, and then we move. What are your thoughts on this one?
Is Steve Rogers really that big?
Come on, Nick. Come on. He let me say this, and I'm not being biased or anything like that, but um I will say yes. He's the big
Honestly,
character or the biggest character in the MCU. Not the most important one.
it's
Let me make
what
that
honestly
the
you're
most
right. It's,
important one is Iron Man. No, but the biggest character, because if you notice, as starting from the Avengers, as the storyline developed, everybody was on that verge of looking at the captain and everything like that. That's when we go to Civil War. It truly was like an end of an actual teamwork. But for me, it is the way that the storyline has developed. He is that big of a character for the MCU.
yeah, so it is actually. It's not
Yeah.
the whole. It's okay. Obviously, it's not the power. It's what he represents. It's the ideal of the perfect, not perfect, but the best human or the best person can be. Plus, he has the powers. So, in a sense, that's why Captain America. He's not the biggest character, but I think he means
I,
a lot in a way. So he's the um, best superhero to have it. Honestly, that's my thoughts on that
when it comes to the
question.
MCU, I think Steve Rogers is only his second only to Tony Stark. I think he goes Iron Man, Cap, and then maybe Thor, probably third.
Yes,
I
sir.
would say those are the three biggest. I mean, I don't know
Uh,
anymore now that we're kind
So yeah, man. But yeah, talking about that scene when we get so okay, comic books, I know, nerdy. So this oh crap, I couldn't go the same story. All right, you're playing Delta. You gotta love Nick, bro. You threw me off. um, but yeah, I don't know if you can see this, Les, but I will get to you, Nick. I will get to you, Nick. I will get to you, Nick. I
uh,
love it though. I love it. But me personally, when you see that lady comment, I'm like, I don't know who she is until she tells the whole freaking long name, and then I do my research, and I'm like, oh my god, like they're really doing this right now. So she is practically she could be Contessa. Contessa is was in the comic books in a long term relationship with Nick Fury. She was an agent of Shield, and then eventually she actually becomes Madam Hydra the whole way through. But for me personally, I think she acts like the Nick Fury of the villains. She's gonna be recruiting and conspiracy theory. Here we go. Thunderbolts are coming, and
of
it's so easy to see the whole way through. Just I know we're gonna jump and see the Baron Zemo thing. For me, one of the favorite villains. I'm gonna show you my pop vinyl real soon from Baron Zemo. GameStop, support your local business. I miss Blockbuster, so I'm gonna support GameStop. Um, but I'm really excited. Ooh, appreciate that,
I
Nick.
I'll be honest. I was expecting a little bit more of the development of Baron Zemo,
Me
for what they
too.
have done so far.
I agree.
Especially the way that they were in the trailers and stuff, how they were, building up, being seen. I mean, I could be wrong. There's only one more episode left, but still, I want more of Baron Zemo. Like, he's so intriguing. I love the actor and the way that he's playing Baron Zemo, and I want more of him. So hopefully, you know we know that the Thunderbolts could be something for sure, the way that they're setting it up for it. So let's hope for for more of Baron Zemo, at least. uh, that's what I would like to see.
So in the
I think
Zemo thing,
Zemo would have a
yes.
big presence in a Thunderbolts thing.
Yeah, that's where I'm going with. That's why they're setting it up.
Yeah.
They're gonna set it up to a Thunderbolts. He's gonna be for me, and that's a little thing that I didn't like of this series, the Zemo thing. That's why I agree with Luis in a little bit. Why he was in this type of cell or jail? He's supposed to be in the raft. I guess it's Baron Zemo we're talking about. He's supposed to be in the raft since the beginning. But okay, Marvel, we forgive you because you've done so many great stuff for us. We're gonna leave that one out for you. Again, you have to give this plot for the characters, and let's move on from that. But yeah, definitely, every Zemo scene I love, even the dance. I know people overblow it in Twitter and on Facebook. Only him can pull that off because if I dance like that, nope, that's like stupid. What are you doing? That's nothing. What I expect more from you. What are you doing? Anyways, but yeah, that character, I think he's becoming the Loki. And I think he's gonna be the Loki of the Thunderbolts in a way. But I do enjoy it. And yes, like I said, I bought the pop buying. I'm gonna show it to you guys. I went to the GameStop near mine.
Ooh, there you go.
Nice.
That's my dude. I obviously take them out of the box. Yeah, that's my rule. I don't care. I collect them. You can see this is my kid's place because he's sleeping in mine. So all dinosaurs, just in case. That's life.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
But yeah, but that was a cool scene though. I think. Did you guys think that Bucky is gonna kill him in that scene?
I didn't personally. I think Zemo's too big of a character that they wouldn't just kill him off like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Now Bucky has changed too much in that regard, and I think that he was proving Zemo wrong. You know, because you gotta think about it. Zemo is ready to die in a way, at least the character. He was waiting for it at the end of Civil War when Black Panther met him. He was waiting for him at the at Sokovia when Bucky was arriving. So he's like, in my opinion, he's like ready to just die in a way. And for whatever reason, every single character that has that opportunity is proving him wrong. So
yeah,
I wasn't surprised that didn't happen.
So yeah, we got that scene. Obviously, taken to the rafts. Like I said, like we said already, Thunderbolts are coming. Just because She-Hulk, obviously is greenlit. I think I forgot the name of the other Hulk act that plays him from the first Incredible Hulk movie. I forget him. So he's gonna be in that movie. He's part of the Thunderbolts too, as well. So I think that is coming eventually. But honestly, there's a lot of stuff in that we're gonna see. But let's talk about that scene that's bugging me a little bit with the power broker. And people are saying it's Sharon Carter. I don't think it's Sharon Carter.
That's too predictable.
Yeah, it's too exactly. I don't believe it's Sharon Carter. But my thing is,
but what if?
Go for it.
What if?
Me.
What if? Because that could be a nice segue of throwing people off. You know, that could be something bold that Marvel can be doing. You know, I believe it. She's not it, but what if? You know.
So
now I'm gonna turn into Nick. What? Into Nick. Now I'm gonna play devil's advocate. What if? You know, you never know. You never know. That could be something. That for me, it could be interesting. The way that storyline between Sharon Carter, Steve, and oh my God, Peggy. You know, that in a way love triangle, if you want to call it that way. You know how trying to being her getting that revenge of not being the Steve Rogers' wife or anything like that. So that could be something interesting. You never know.
I think she's playing everybody. Sharon Carter is being I think she's one of the good one of the good ones. She's being on the ground to even Bucky and Sam to government because she knows how the government is. So she's not a power broker. I think she's onto the power broker by playing that game, and then eventually leading to. Do you think it's the lady that we just saw? You think it's the lady that we just saw, Madam Hydra? You think it's she?
Oh,
is the power broker, or
no,
maybe we're
I don't
not going to
think
see
so.
the power broker at all?
I even read, and it surprised me as well. People even was saying, and I don't know why they were saying that, but they were saying that even Isaiah Bradley, for whatever reason, was the power broker as well. I read it. I don't believe in it, but you never know with Marvel in a way.
Okay, Marvel, you start. So we have to see what Marvel is trying to do with the power broker first, because this series is representing in a way what's going on in America right now. If you guys think about it, there was a plot for this series that they actually reshoot kind of scenes. It's not being reported by the major channels, but it's kind of was. But because it was supposed to be a virus at first, the serum is supposed to be the virus that was taking over, plus the political thing that is going on between Isaiah Bradley. So they had to tone it down a little bit because it was close to home, if you guys think about it. But still, I'm still like enjoying that Disney or Kevin Feige went there in a way, throwing that into our face, just to like, yo, guys, like wake up, let's make this world better. That's why, again, jumping scenes. That's why at the end of the scene, when Bucky is talking to Sam, oh my God, I love that interaction between them. When I know he said he said me and Steve, as in like Bucky and Steve was saying we didn't know how a black man felt. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
Jesus, you went there like really? I'm like, we didn't know. We're sorry. I'm like, and then he gave him his shield back. Back. He gave it to Sam, and Sam took it, man, and he started training. Of course. But what are your thoughts on that scene specifically as a phrase right there?
That was personally my favorite scene of the episode. I love their chemistry together, and I loved kind of seeing them work out their problems as kind of like a team, instead of kind of individually. How they were both kind of talking about their own individual kind of problems. Like we saw Sam also kind of help Bucky with kind of like how he needs closure on the whole like Winter Soldier and all that stuff. So yeah, that was my favorite scene of the episode, was just watching the two of them just kind of chat it out.
Yeah, like going and working in the boat and everything. How about you?
Yeah, we're on the boat.
I mean, that friendship that is building and brotherhood, it's so nice, and it goes back to what they go through in real life. This is an actual like true friendship that it shows, and you see it through the screen as well. So I agree with you guys. It's really powerful.
Powerful, exactly. That's a word I was looking for. Like sometimes, bro.
It's really powerful. Not only the message, but how they're tackling everything in a way. So I'm speechless. Like I'm like you, Ricky. I'm surprised that not only Marvel itself, but Disney is greenlighting all these ideas that Kevin Feige is having, and
You're
going like, tackling it. Is if we want to be part of, let's say, the solution, we gotta in a way bring it to life. So yeah, I love it. I love it.
That's why I want that series, man. I want that. Of course, the son of Isaiah Bradley, they're saying that could become from the Young Avengers. Hopefully, we're gonna see that. But I do want to see Isaiah Bradley a little like series, 6-episode series, honestly.
Who would you like for if, let's say, if they do a something with his storyline, like who would you like for Marvel to cast? as
Has
a
to be
young
young.
Isaiah Bradley?
Oh, that's a good
It has to be
question.
young. It's a good
Like
question.
who? The one that came up to my mind, and for whatever reason, obviously he's not gonna portray a young Isaiah Bradley just because he's already uh, have a character in Marvel. But for whatever reason, I just thought it was um, Idris Elba. I don't know why.
Oh yeah.
It would have been perfect if he didn't do Heimdall, but
Um, but exactly. My thing is honestly when we talk about the thing that is going on eventually with Isaiah, when thinking about a young character right now, it doesn't come to mind, man. And then I had to think about that one. I had to think about that one. You got me there. You got me there. I will. When we do our next episode, I'm gonna get you an actor, bro. I promise. I'll get you an actor. I will give you the villain. I will give you everything.
there you go. There you go.
I'll give you a
I
But man, that scene too with Bucky. I mean, with Sam and him talking about, like you said earlier, about who was becoming. That he went to jail by the same thing that Steve Rogers did. And that wasn't fair, whatever it was. But that's America, people. My bad. Sorry, it makes you uncomfortable. That's what's going on. What's been going on for a while. And they're showing it in the comic books. They really go really deep on it. And I'm like, wow, they
Nick
really.
is wild, man. I can't. I just
yeah.
I know, man. I love him. I love him. I love Nick. But I did enjoy it, man, and cannot wait for episode 6. Obviously, the finale is here.
Hey, man.
Obviously, you see at the
Friday
end.
is a big day. Mortal Kombat,
Yeah.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Like it's gonna be heavy.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, you see my guy. You see John Walker setting everything up. The new shield. Putting his medal of honor and everything on his shield and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, I know, buddy. I know. The thing is, I know he's really egocentric, but he's not from the 1940s. He's the modern, like 2000, 1990 type of person nowadays. So that's why I give him a little credit. And first off, I know he's kind of off. He just got the serum. He's acting. Like, okay, there's this thing I forgot to say about Bucky and John Walker, and I'm like, don't do this. You remember that quote? Don't do this. And I think I'm gonna do this because you don't want to do this because you're gonna become like me. And he said, I'm not like you. I'm like, and that's when Bucky stared down, and I'm like, this is going down. But that's like one of the first scene that I love that scene because. Speaking of, there's a conversation that Bucky, and of course, I know we talk about it, but that's why I love Sam so much because Sam tackles the problem really because he works in therapy. So he actually gives the best. If hopefully I can find it for you guys, but he actually talks to Bucky and tells him that only start with one. I know. You cannot feel sorry or something like that, but just start with one person first, and you know where we are going. Because I know we saw the first episode. Do you guys remember the first episode with the father that Bucky killed his son?
Yeah.
Okay. Honestly, that's the beginning of episode 6. We're gonna start that immediately. I promise. That's my feeling. That's my feeling that that's gonna happen. And that's gonna be a tearjerker all the way through. That's my thoughts on that. But man, loving it. Love the whole thing. The power broker is just setting me on and off. I'm like, what's going on? Let's credit to the Carly. Carly, I know she doesn't have like a lot of screen because the series is not about her. She's the plot device in a sense. But hopefully I think she's gonna be part of the universe. This actress, I don't know if you guys saw the Han Solo movie. She was there too in that movie, so I think she's gonna be in Disney for a while. But yeah, man, what do you guys expect on episode 6?
I just want to say, I know who the power broker is.
Oh, here we go.
Ooh.
You're gonna say it. I'm ready for
All right,
it.
you ready for a crazy prediction?
Let's go.
Let's go for it.
It's the Mandarin.
Ooh.
And then hear me out. A week later, we get a trailer for Shang-Chi.
Ooh, okay.
See, that's
okay.
that's right here.
That's my theory.
Okay.
Hey, that's a lesson.
Right. Since we are going there, let's go. For me, who is going to be the power broker in a way? You want to hear the name? His name is John Cena. No, man, it's all fun and games, but I like that. I like that one. Last.
I like that one.
I like that one. Thank you.
Battlefield, but this one, I'm just gonna bring it home, man. What do you think? The power broker theme is about the virus, right? The situation that is going on. I think he did this earlier today. For me, there's a lot of stuff going on about the power broker and what the power broker means. So there's a weird definition. If Sharon is doing this, I'm gonna go with the last one, and this is my last prediction. This could maybe happen, or this is silly. I'm gonna give it a 3% of happening, but I think it's gonna be old man Steve Rogers.
Oh dang!
His thing, and he's gonna show up. And that's why, and eventually he's like, nope, no more. And I don't know what's gonna happen, but something's gonna happen with, because the terms of the power broker, he's supposed to be a criminal leading whatever, but I don't know if it's really meaning that in this type of universe. So we had to see, honestly. But I cannot wait for episode 6, and I wait for Friday. Guys, if you want to stay off spoiler alerts, just don't go to Facebook or Twitter. It's gonna be crazy.
Yes.
And
you won't find me on social media after like the afternoon. Once I watch Mortal Kombat and then I watch episode 6, you can find me after probably 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock in a way.
Do you guys have any thoughts on this question? Because I know I forgot to bring this earlier. In a sense, maybe other character could.
Oh, I think now we lost Ricky.
Hello, Ricky.
Oh, Wi-Fi. And we're back.
There we go.
Yeah, so basically, yes, but from the comic book, Steve Rogers always have that arc. So it could. For me, Spider-Man it's that type of kid that could actually have that arc, if I'm being honest. Peter Parker could, but that's my little thing. But Steve Rogers is Steve Rogers. I get what Nick is trying to say, but I don't know, man. What are you guys' thoughts?
That's a good question from Nick, by the way. He's making us thinking, like who could be like, I don't know, that character, if there's any like it.
I think he wanna be. Let me check the email.
Bring him in.
Yes, sir. But man, the more important thing that I am excited about as well, that plus obviously we're gonna have Black Widow coming. Everything's gonna set up like you said with the Shang-Chi trailer, and everything's gonna go like fast. In a year, we're gonna get like 6 movies of Marvel. Everything, Eternals, bro. Eternals, I think is gonna be one of the best movies yet. we haven't seen a trailer yet.
Spider-Man also.
Spider-Man. My God, theories on that movie are just too crazy.
I'm telling you, no character dies in the universe. That's all I'm saying. Quoting Mr. Dr. Alfred Molina. Apparently, that was the quote that the director told him of why, because apparently he already confirmed it. His character is going to be starting off from the very last scene that we saw him on Spider-Man 2. So it's going to be really interesting how everything is going to roll all together.
I mean, I'm trying to add Nick real quick. Oh, let me copy the link. See. Yeah, so we got Eternals, we got that coming, we got so many fun stuff coming in. We're gonna do all those reviews for us, for like you guys to listen, stay tuned in. Hopefully we're gonna do this. I don't know what's the schedules of everybody here, but we're gonna try to do it for you guys and do our best.
Every day.
Every day, of course. Why not? Every day we do a 5-minute video for you guys. Every time we say we can do trailer reactions. Obviously, I'm thinking about doing trailer reactions. That'll be cool. Let me do this real quick. Let's see, because I want to do it'll be option to do a trailer reaction every time we see new stuff going. Who is your favorite DC character, Les?
Oh man,
I got you there.
I don't know. There's a lot that I like. I'm not gonna say Batman because I feel like that's such a cliche answer. I'll pick Green Lantern. I like Green Lantern.
Okay, why you say Green Lantern? I'm really interested about it.
Okay, this is gonna sound really dorky. All throughout middle school, I wore a Green Lantern ring and I pretend I was Green Lantern. So that's why I like Green Lantern.
How about you, Luis?
I'm like Les. I'm not gonna say Superman or Batman. Those are like, like Les said, cliche. But for me, I like the Flash, man. I like the Speedster a lot.
Man,
Ricky, what's yours?
Of course, mine. I know you said no about Batman, but I'm sorry. I'm always gonna go just because I'm gonna go villain. But I'm just gonna go stay in that area of Gotham. For me, the Joker is my favorite DC character, honestly. Just the arc that he has, the whole way through, from different perspectives and different movies that he has. I don't know if you guys saw the last Joker movie. That for me, that was a great psychology movie in a sense of mental health too, the way he was treated, and again, I felt like sympathy for him in some moments, and that's how he became the Joker in that world. And I'm like, I like what they did with that character in that movie, but I just like the arc of the Joker in every series, because he doesn't want to kill Batman, just always like to have fun with him. And Batman is just, the logic for him is like not to kill him, even though he kills other things. I don't know, but I know it's kind of confusing, but I do love the Joker. So let's see what happens. Hopefully they do. Of course, we got the new Batman comment with. I think we got Nick. Here we go.
He's in.
What's going on, fellas?
Hello.
He brought the hat.
Hey, man. Long time fan of this cast. I'm so glad I got to watch it live today, man. This is wild. So, hey, y'all had some blasphemous stuff to say, but I'll still stick with it. So
I love it, bro. I love it. Let me take this one off. Now I have you here.
Yeah, ask away. Anything you want me to touch on, I'm open right now. So
there you go.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on the whole season so far, man? Have you watched the whole episodes?
Oh, of course, multiple times. I feel like that's just stuff that we do. As fans, you just rewatch it and just try to find little Easter eggs or little things that you missed in the last one, and it just makes it fun. I feel like you'll watch it 8 times and still not know what they're actually talking about or what they're bringing in. So you will find out 10 years from now that one of the characters is a person who was in the background. So that's just the MCU.
Yeah.
Calculated. It's too calculated. But I know it's good. I think that the biggest take for me is the violence in this show has been wild. To be a Disney Plus and MCU show, I was like, oh, are we watching some DC movies now? Because that's what it feels like. Because it's been raw and visceral. And then, of course, you guys have touched on, and it's the definite, like, everything of the show is that social change, social injustice, and then what we're going through now. I feel like they shouldn't have changed the whole COVID aspect of it either, because even more. But, it is what it is. Disney doesn't want to get too much on the same plate, I feel like. So that's exactly, it just kind of, they picked one over the other, and to choose that one was the right thing to do, especially with people not even knowing like the backstory of like a Black Captain America, which is unfortunately what the comic said, but as we move forward is Isaiah. So,
Yep.
Are you with the if they do a Isaiah Bradley series? I'm like, hopefully Disney goes that route. I'm like, that'll be awesome. And like you said, you put Jaden Smith as the actor.
That one was a joke. I will say that one.
I'm like,
I'm not going to
for me after Earth. That was awesome.
The first person that actually did come up to my mind. I was trying to look at what his name is, but I don't know it. I don't know if you guys have watched Netflix On My Block at all. But the young Black kid that plays the main character in On My Block, he would be like perfect because he's kind of nerdy. He's kind of like not as well known, but he's got that like ability to come in as like a person that not many people would know, like as a character. But I don't know how they're going to move. I actually think that the whole case thing, I don't know if you guys touched on it before I came in, but the whole like opening of the case in episode 5, showing this big thing. I don't think
going that route. Yeah, we forgot about that.
I don't think we're going to get an Isaiah Thomas. I don't think we're going to get Zeke at all from the Pistons in this show. No, Isaiah Bradley. We're not going to get Isaiah Bradley captain. I think John Walker and his little Etsy shield that he's making in the garage is not going to be Captain America for that either. So I feel like what we're moving forward in is Sam finally being Captain America, and it's going to be the one in the comics that he had where it's the full winged suit, but then with the Star Spangles. And I think that's what's in the suit, and or in the box, and that's what's going to be from Wakanda, is this like put together comic rendition of Sam as Captain America.
Exactly. I mean, and it's setting up, Nick, like you said, with also, if you remember when he finally took the shield with him to be able to start the training, when Torres asked him, hey, do you want to take your wins? So he, in a way, also is passing, in a way, the torch of the Falcon to Torres, and him being the psychic that he needs. In a way,
that's exactly what I was going to touch on, because that's moves perfectly in with it and going for future and everything like that. So 100%.
Yeah, for me, we got the Young Avengers. I think it's going to happen, as well as the Thunderbolts. So everything is going to like spark up. Kane Feige knows how to do it.
I pray with the Young Avengers we don't get an Iron Lad, man. I just don't want to see any iron suits, anything like that. Let this man live in peace for a minute and just keep it moving with the other characters. Like you've done that before, so just we don't need another, whether it's a female or a young kid or Iron Man, and just let it dead. And if you want to bring it up later with his like daughter or something, that's fine. But let the man live. Let the man live or die. I guess. I don't know.
Okay, now it came out to me. Sorry, it took me a minute to find the actor, but I just saw Tenet a couple weeks ago. John David Washington for me could be the
Denzel's son. That would be crazy.
That'd be cool.
That'd be awesome.
I do.
Yes,
John David Washington for me. He's going up a little bit for in Hollywood. I think it's tough being his son, but hey, I think he's doing a great job so far.
I think he was in that movie too, which is Zendaya in the Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix, right?
Yep.
I haven't seen that movie yet, but it's a lot of good reviews. Question about the Sam training session. Okay, this is my thing. This is my thing with the shield. I don't get sometimes. It confuses me. I don't know if you guys saw how it was hitting the trees. I don't know what the trees did to him. But anyways, the trees didn't break.
The trees have protection.
I'm like, still, but you can still hit a super soldier. And okay. I'm okay with that. Let's go with I'm all good. Let's enjoy this. This is Sam time. I cannot wait what happened on episode 6. Hopefully we see John Walker and they don't tease us about the fighting. They just go over that really quick. So let's see.
Hey, but that's your captain, man. That's your captain.
Man, that's my guy, bro. That's I'm going down with him. With him. It's gonna be elite. What are your thoughts on the lady, Madam Hydra, whatever? Seinfeld, one of the best shows.
The lady from Seinfeld. Yeah. No, the thing is I'm in with the comics too, so I feel you because everybody's talking about Lady Hydra and everything like that. That was only just such a small part.
Yeah, right.
Overall arc of everything. She was a SHIELD agent, and I just feel like they were trying to bring her in, but then she had the little red waves, so it's kind of like another SHIELD agent from the comics. So I don't think they know what they're doing with that. I know for a fact that's not going to be the power broker. I can promise you that. But other than that, I'm not sure why she was even brought in. I don't know if she had maybe a bigger role with the other cut of the fake COVID plot or whatever it may be. But for me, unless she blows up into something bigger that I'm not seeing, I don't expect it to be her to be a role at all. And I am curious to see what the card says, because that card isn't blank. You have to do something to it, and then it'll give this secret message away or something. But I think Hydra beat into the ground. I think Hydra's dead at this point. If Disney or just Marvel in general wants to move forward, they don't want to do it with Hydra. That drum has been banged. I feel like if anything, it's moving more towards what she was in her Secret Invasions, and then we get Skrulls, which we already teased in a couple different episodes, different movies.
I think you hit it
exactly.
No,
you hit it.
I agree with Nick. I think it's the Hydra plot already. It got to a point that it was just so okay, can we just move forward? And I think that they culminated in Avengers Endgame when Steve Rogers excelled those famous Hail Hydra words, and I think that was that should have been buried. So I will be surprised a lot if they continue with this Hydra storyline and everything moving forward.
So you don't think Old Man Cap's a Hydra supporter?
Hey,
you never know. I mean, that's really intriguing with that theory that Ricky said.
I heard the power brokers being Old Man Cap and everything too. I had to throw it in there. I had to see, man.
You never know.
I don't remember he travel time. I think he knows stuff more. He actually gets more stuff. I think the power broker meaning is kind of so we're gonna see what Marvel does with that term power broker in this universe. Cause Marvel like to twist us and just let's Kevin Feige. Yep. But I actually like Les theory. I don't know if you heard that, Nick. Les theory, that was a great one, definitely.
Yes.
Which one was it?
Mandalorian, being the power worker, being the Mandalorian.
Oh yeah.
The Mandarin.
See, I like that one out of everybody's the most, just because it moves smooth, man. It moves smooth. The problem is I didn't watch any of it. If you guys did this for Scarlet Witch or WandaVision or anything like that, so if you guys have touched on it, like it is what it is. But everybody was wanting like Mephisto. Everybody wanted like his character Quicksilver to be a part of it. I think like my hot take, and it's not even that hot for who I think the power broker is. I think it's just going to be some rich white guy that we don't know. Like it's Disney got to realize they're putting out these Disney Plus series, but we're going to watch them. But there's a possibility that some people aren't going to. And so you have to be able to have that connection and chain link from the last movie that came out to the next movie that comes out. And if you didn't watch this show, people are going to be lost if there was like this big Mandarin thing. So I love the idea, and I wish they would do something like that. But everybody was wishing for all this other stuff too. And at the end of the day, it was just about the two characters that were in that show, Wanda and Vision, and then kind of bringing up like a Agatha Harkness, like, for fan service. So I get what you're saying, and you are maybe hitting you're hitting it right. I think that's actually the more realistic take. Yeah, it's not a fun take, I'll tell you that much, but
I know. That's why like there's a lot of in social media people are saying that lower expectations, whatever. Right. Just because on WandaVision, what happened, that I still enjoyed. I don't care. I did enjoy what it was. I went into Endgame hoping Cap was going to die, and then he's still alive. So it's like, what the heck? Yeah, bro.
At least they did you a service on the beginning of the
Cap to die right for a while.
He's on the moon, guys.
You said you was the same way?
He's in the moon.
Oh, he's on the moon. Come on, man. That man, Astro. I'm telling you right now, if he's on a moon, I'm done watching Marvel as a franchise. I'll just read the shit. I
mean, it's more crazier if you actually. It's more believable, like if he's in the moon than doing the traveling time for you. If you tell that to people, like real people, if you tell that, I think he's in the moon. Then oh no, he's just traveling time by zones and universe, and he'll be back. I think being in the moon, it sounds more like realistic, honestly. But anyways, you're right, Nick. And so Marvel is just giving us so many stuff, and we're enjoying it. It's gonna be even getting better. When we get Loki, bro, our brains are gonna get so exhausted.
Yo, I love that take that y'all had too. I can't remember which one of you guys did. It was early on, and you said that Zemo is gonna be the new Loki, because I love the idea of that. Like, I know there's not gonna be a new Loki because he's still around, but like to have him be that like character that you don't know what his vibe is, whether he's going to be good or bad in that movie, like that could move forward in some stuff. So.
Yeah, I do love that actor, Daniel Bro. I think his name is
Daniel Bro. Yes.
Yeah, he got some range.
Yeah,
that's why I said, Nick. You know, I don't know if you heard it, but that's why I said it's like I was so in a way disappointed in a way that they haven't involved him too much, but at the same time, it's so intriguing of the direction that Marvel is taking the character, because I think there's bigger plans for the character in a way than just this 6-episode series that is so intriguing. It's so intriguing.
I agree with you on that for sure, because the thing is we haven't even seen the part of the promo footage where he puts that actual like purple hood on, like, or whatever you would call that mask hood, however you would like classify it. Once he has that on, like that could be the end credits. We don't even know. And then move into something else. Like you said, I would love if that was like we're going to put something together with him in 2024 where it's his show or whatever. And then they talk about Sharon Carter more and like kind of their battle, you know, it can be more of a TV series driven thing than the actual movies. So,
I agree.
I think they're heading that way. Most definitely.
Because you got to realize too, Disney all about that money, so they're going to have to continue to keep people interested. That's not just Star Wars fans on Disney Plus, and they've only said a few things on Disney Plus. And I don't know about you guys, but the What If series kind of sounds whack to me. So we'll
the What If.
I want your honest opinions on that. I need each one of you to tell me the what ifs where it's like we're going to say, what if this happened as an animated series? Like what do y'all think, man?
It's just beating the same in a way drum with different situations. So I'm not truly interested in the what if and all those possibilities. I mean, I'm still gonna watch it just to see what they bring, but
I'm gonna enjoy it. Honestly, it's gonna be fun. Like a fresh perspective of what could happen from a different angle, like from different characters. So I think just like in the comic books, they did that honestly, and that's why not? Why not like to see like a different perspective? So let's see.
I forgot What If was a thing, to be honest with you.
Thank you.
Yeah, how about like I forgot something like so we got What If, okay, we got Loki. Guess I know we got
No.
But first, no, my bad, Loki, and then we lead up to Black Widow. It's gonna Black Widow.
Yes.
Good job.
And
whole nother thing, man.
And what we want to know when the 10 rings are gonna be the topic eventually, because that's a real thing. Because the Mandarin, he's not good, no good, no.
Yes, and you wonder how much of it that they're rewriting right now, the way that Marvel and everything is, because of all this like Stop Asian Hate stuff. So like, how much of the real Mandarin or other things are we going to get because of social norms? What's going on?
It's gonna be tough.
Exactly. Yes.
And it's a real thing, man. And that's, I mean, we already changed an idea of what COVID was going to be. So it wouldn't surprise me if that even gets pushed back just because of what it is. It surprised me that they're even going live with Mortal Kombat too, because we know about the Mortal Kombat moving forward with it too. So
exactly.
No, wait, man. I'm so pumped for that movie, man.
Yeah, I'm not going to count it until I actually get to hit play, and then I'll be like, okay, all right.
Man. So before, because I want to do this, because I know I like to do like shout outs to give everybody. Because first off, Nick, thank you for being in the show. Your stuff that you're doing, your own channel is great. Your perspective in sports, movies, music, your topics that you bring are kind of cool, awesome, makes me laugh. So guys, if you're watching, tune to his channel as well. You actually are the Mariano Rivera of this channel, Nick. You came in closing
the closer.
Hey man, sometimes that's what you got to do. I ain't got the arm for all day. I just get it, throw my quick pitches, get my win, and walk off. So,
Exactly.
love your perspective. Obviously, we're gonna have more shows, man. Cannot wait for episode 6. I don't know if you guys are into a preview. If you guys want to do a little preview, just let us know. If you want to do like a Thursday thing or Thursday night or afternoon or whatever, if you guys are available, just
let's go for it. Yeah.
Let me know. We do this content for you guys in the chat or comment, or whoever is viewing later or earlier. Just let me know. Les, where can people find you? Your page. Tell us. Tell the audience. Where can people find you?
Yeah, I'm at Less is More on the social medias, and then I have a podcast too called Expedition Odyssey. Come check it out. It's an adventure podcast for gamers. So
let's go.
Okay.
Luis, where can people find you?
Yeah.
As Luis Torres Rodriguez on all social media as well, with like Lesh, and doing EnterteiNeds Studios, talking about movies and all about entertainment as well. So really excited about that project with Ricky. So come and join us as well.
Thanks.
I know we were talking about you, Nick, but tell us just in case again.
Yep, no problem. Y'all can find me on Ask You on the Facebook. I got too many podcasts to name right now. Next one coming up, we got Mad Titan and the Wolverine. We're going to be discussing phase 2 under the parameters that nothing else has happened up until that point. So kind of interesting things. Take yourself back into that 2000s, late 2000s, and see what would have happened if we didn't know all the things that did. So definitely check that out with me and Alex. But
awesome.
You know where to find me, and then I'll pop in anytime y'all want, because I know I got the takes that make y'all laugh and keep it moving. that's all what we need. So
there you go.
Thank you for having me for sure, because I love this thing, and usually I have to watch it later on, and I'm like, man, I really wanted to tell them that, and so I got up in here this time. So. Yeah, and I will say for my other previous comment that was listed before, anybody on Iron Man Civil War side could have had the same arc as Captain America. I'm just throwing it out there.
Gotcha.
Tell me I'm wrong. Find me on my podcast, but Black Panther would have outdid it, Vision would have outdid it, all of that. So I'll keep it a buck and keep it right there. So
let's have that segue for the next show. Let's do that. I love it.
Exactly.
Thank you guys. Thank you for watching. Yes, follow us, EnterteiNeds Studios. Again, thank you for following, and take care, my friends.